Good afternoon. My name is Michael Povich, and this is another installment of Oral Histories of Hancock County, a joint venture of the Hancock County Folk School, Tech School, and my clients or my friends. The purpose of this program is to preserve the testimony of people in the Hancock County and Ellsworth area who have achieved the status of having reached at least and at a minimum their 90th birthday. And today, a person who turned 90 on March 12th, 1919, we have with us today Dianne Guthrie. And how are you?
I'm fine. I'm 70, and
You're 70?
I'm 90. I'm sorry.
You look 70.
Oh, thank you.
So we know that you've had a little rust spot. You have hurt your leg, fell,
Yes, I fell. I've fallen many, many times,
but you've gotten up.
but someone gets me up.
Okay.
I had
Well,
to,
you have nothing to be ashamed about in your life,
I hope
your
not.
profession, your children.
I hope not.
Well, you know yourself.
No, I don't. No,
Well, you've committed your life to public service.
and my kids.
That's right.
Yeah.
You never worked outside the public service area.
No,
You committed your life to education
I did. Yeah.
with all the big money teachers get, right?
It is big money compared to what we got, but it's
Yeah.
not big money in today's.
When you were working, how much were you being paid as a teacher?
I think I retired with the highest salary. The highest salary I'd ever had was about 30,000,
Okay.
and that was about almost 30 years ago.
Had you been retired that long, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us today and sharing your memories for the oral histories of Hancock County.
Well, you're welcome,
And,
Mr. Povich.
Mr. Povich.
Yes.
Ooh, I don't know. I thought we just.
You've just been elevated.
Okay, Mrs. Guthrie. Thank you very much. And that's
You're
our
welcome.
segment of Oral Histories of Hancock County.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Michael Povich, and we're here for another segment of Oral Histories of Hancock County, which is a project that's been going on for several years now, where through the students at the Voc Ed School and our 90-plus interviewees, we try to preserve their memories and a history of Hancock County, primarily in the Ellsworth area and growing up in Ellsworth and going to the Ellsworth High Schools. So today, my guest, and we're privileged to have Marion Bennoch, who is here after much prodding and importuning, but she has agreed to join us today. And good morning to you.
Good morning.
Welcome to TV.
Thank you.
Did you have anything like this back in high school in the 40s?
Nothing.
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 Not a bad program, is it?
No. Very interesting so far.
So far, we got started. You're healthy.
I'm lucky.
You're right.
I'm
so
lucky.
let's
I'm
just,
very lucky.
Well, let's think about the Marion Bennochs that are part of this program, which is why we have this program.
Okay.
And I just want to thank you so much for finally coming up and sharing with us your life. I'm sure it's like when I finished your trial, there's many things I wanted to ask you, but I just think you add so much to our community because we need to preserve memories like yours, memories like Eleanor Jones.
Yeah.
Because we every day we wake up, somebody's turning 90.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's just it. You've got so many now that are, it's unreal, I think.
well, no, real like you. Marion, thank you so much
Well, you're
for
very
joining
welcome,
us.
Michael.
This is where we
glad.
are.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, my name is Michael Povich, and we're here today for another segment of Oral Histories of Hancock County, a project which involves people who lived in this community for at least 90 years, who are going to tell us about their life and their experiences and what it was like growing up in Hancock County and living in Hancock at this time. Today we have the honor of our guest of being Richard Carlisle, who is a neighbor of mine and well known in the community. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Povich. How are you?
Mr. Povich, thank you. It's the first time you called me that in a long time, but we won't repeat what you have called me. So, Richard, when were you born?
January the 12th, 1930.
So, happy birthday a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Finally made 90.
Yeah, I'm getting planning for 91.
Well, we hope so. So listen, this is a typical Richard Carlisle billing practice. I'm not sure if it's accepted bookkeeping practice, but it was labor 2 hours, $40. Welding and cutting, $12. Steel flat bar, $5. Washer, special washer.
It was a special, it was.
With a special washer, not just a plain old washer.
No, I made it.
And painting and tape, I can't read that, what does that say? Painting and electrical tape, something, no charge.
Yeah.
$58.50. But apparently you gave me as your neighbor a hometown discount, and you cut the bill down to $35, and you explained why. Only because you're a neighbor, and contrary to what others say, I think you're a pretty nice chap, even if you are a Republican.
Yeah.
And then you put down here, this was a hard job.
It was. Yeah.
Well,
People go to hell for lying.
listen,
If I like to fix things. I like the challenge of fixing something, and once I fix it, I don't want to ever do it again, but I know how.
I actually fixed the shredder once too.
Yeah.
But I think one of the lessons to these students who are here in vocational training is that it's still great to have this type of education as opposed to just college courses.
I had this vocational school up here do a job for me when Bob Alexander was here teaching down in the
In mechanics, yeah.
they put a new clutch and converter in my John Deere 950 backhoe.
And these students can do that
The students did it, and all I had to do was pay for all the parts.
So listen, you are great for a community. I've known you for many years. My father knew you. And thank you for sharing your reminiscences of your life with us. Richard Carlisle.
I enjoyed it, and I like you say, I've had a very interesting life, and I haven't got any complaints.
Hello, my name is Michael Povich, and we're here today for another in the series of the Oral Histories of Hancock County, a project with the Hancock County Tech School in which we interview citizens of our community who have reached the august age of 90 years old. They're here to share their memories, to talk about Hancock County today and then. Today, we have the honor of having before us Ruth Sullivan Foster, who's been in this community for many years as a businesswoman, a city councilor, a state representative, and a state senator. So, good morning to you.
Hello, Michael.
How are you, Ruth?
Oh, I'm full of happiness. How are you?
I'm fine. All right, Ruth, with that information, you were not born in Ellsworth, though, were you?
No, I was born in Machias, Maine on April 18th, 1929.
Visualize Main Street as most people can, because we don't have to worry about High Street because it wasn't around then. You walk down Main Street today and you see these various buildings. To the best of your memory, starting with the Masonic Hall.
Yeah.
Which of course was built after the fire. There's businesses like Flexit there. They're not there anymore. And then if you move down to where John Edwards is, what was that in your day?
Okay, starting on
So
the corner.
moving down Main Street.
I'm going to move down Main Street. We had the A&P store. We had Savings that had a little shoe store. We had J.J. Newberry. Then you have the corner here. Then you had Willie's, and you had Wescott's, and you had Lucchini's, and you had Lucchini's, the restaurant. You had Panos, a restaurant. You had Stratton's, which was a 5 and 10 cent store. You had I. Perlinsky's, who was a men's
Clothing.
store. Then you had Alexander's drugstore. You had another hardware store, Clement. And then you had the Union Trust. You went to the other corner and you had Moore's Drug Store, and you had the Cut Rate Drug Store. Then you had a jeweler. Then you had another jeweler. You had the bank. You had a grocery store. You had Adams. You had Beals. You had Austin's. You had Head's. You had the First National Store.
Which is Riverside.
Riverside. That was Riverside. That whole area was all very vibrant business area.
It was a regular downtown, and we know what it's like today. All right, you're amazing. You're going to be 91 years old. Nobody would guess it.
No.
Great memory. You're a great example to young people who say, yeah, you can have a long life.
Yeah.
And we don't have time to talk about your bridge game, your reading, your vocabulary.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for being part of the Oral Histories of Hancock County.
Okay,
Thank
Michael.
you. Thank you, Ruth.
Take care.